PYJAMA is proud to bring you the 2017 DHL British and Irish Lions Tour of New Zealand with our experts Jake O'Flaherty.
Try to the All Blacks! Pete Smith off to Julian Severe's in the corner!
Bradley Richardson.
Yeah, that was a brilliant try by Israel Dag. Didn't actually see what happened, but I just heard the name of who scored and I assumed it was amazing.
Ben Brownlee.
I can't even speak, I'm just speechless.
And Nick Van Barr.
Yeah, in the end, brilliant outcome.
Follow our social media on Twitter and Instagram, live and on demand on YouTube.
After a game of rugby that was comparative to the boredom of a game of chess, the Lions head further south to Dunedin and Forsyth Barr Stadium. The Highlanders are the dark horse of Super Rugby at the moment, yet their dark horse title in this match is redundant. Tonight the Lions have got their work cut out for them yet again. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Jake O'Flaherty and welcome to this, the Highlanders versus the Lions. Let's take a look at that Lions team. And to start in the front row, Joe Marler, Rory Best, Kyle Singler with Courtney Laws, Ian Henderson to round out the tight five. James Haskell, Sam Warburton, as well CJ Stunder, Reese Webb, Dan Bigger, Tommy Seymour, Robbie Henshaw, Jonathan Joseph, Jack Noel and Jared Payne. Of course, you've got your bench there as well. Last week they beat the Crusaders 12-3, of course. So it's going to be an interesting one for tonight. Well, Nick Van Barr, he's alongside us. He's a man who drinks on two occasions, when it's his birthday and when it's not. Mate, you'll be drinking tonight if the Highlanders win.
No, I won't, because I'm not too keen to wrap myself around a power pole tonight while driving home. But anyway, welcome to what is going to be a tense game between two powerhouses of the game. Sorry, under the lid in Dunedin.
Oh, mate.
Even though these teams are evenly matched, it will be a stunner of a game. The conditions tonight will be chilly, 5 degrees, mostly cloudy.
Well, I don't know if the clouds are going to pay much of a interest into tonight's game. Angus Gardner's the referee, Matthew Raynell, Pascal Gauzier as well with him, as we're going to take a look at the Highlanders team as well. Daniel Leonard Brown, Lam Colpin and Siate Tokolahi in the front row. Alex Ainley, the 35-year-old with Jackson, Hemapo, Gareth Evans, Dylan Hunt, Luke Whitelock to round out the forwards, Hamilton, Sopoaga, the halves, Tavita Lee, Walden, Feki Toa, Naholo and Buckman. This is going to be an interesting one. The last match these two teams have played were actually against the Crusaders. The Lions won it and the Highlanders didn't, through way of Mitch Hunt. I'm excited for this one though. This will be an interesting encounter. The Lions versus the Highlanders. As we're all set to go, Nick Van Barr, final thoughts before we get underway.
Yeah, it's going to be a real tough match. We saw the Lions play last week. It's going to be a tough one. And since they went to kicking last week, I don't think they're going to have a very good chance getting away with that this week against the Highlanders, as they are a bloody good team under high ball.
Of course, follow us on Twitter. You'll see our hashtags our names coming up. Nick Van Barr, Jake O'Flaherty and Bradley Richardson on Twitter as we are about to get underway. Angus Gardner, the referee for this one. He refereed the first match of the Lions tour against the Barbarians. Dan Big against us underway. And it comes down to, of course, Daniel Leonard Brown. They look to mount it forward. In fact, that's I think it was Gareth Evans who picked and go. Took another 5 metres and now it's into a box kick. Superb surface conditions here. Taken down scrappy. The Lions, they've got it cleanly in the end though. Reese Webb passes off to James Haskell, a man who's familiar with this place. He played the Highlanders with the Highlanders for a year down here not too long ago. Another phase mounted on the 10-metre line of their own territory. The Lions smashed in a tackle by the Highlanders was Courtney Laws. They feed it to the backs and he puts it into the sky. Does Dan Bigger came off early in the Blues match. They lose it forward to the Lions on the attempt to regather it. Hamilton finds some forwards to rile this thing up. They feed it to the back. They go wide now. And now it's in the hands of Evans once more. The Ginger Ninja. There's always a certain amount of ranger on the field. Waisaki Naholo makes the break. And he is taken down eventually by Tommy Seymour. Again, finds the skipper Luke Whitelock in midfield. 30 metres out. The Highlanders are looking pretty dangerous, but they lose it. And now it's Malachi Fekitoa who has to scramble upon it. They've lost some metres on the 40-metre line of Lions territory. 10-metre line, I should say. Luke Whitelock, a man who's played 71 Super Rugby matches, finally the captain of the Highlanders now. A powerhouse family, just like the Barretts, the Whitelocks. Once again, the Lions have the pill. 2 minutes gone, and they're on the ground now. Ian Henderson lays it back to Reece Webb. Is he going to exploit what he did last time against the Blues when he was on this area of whether the ball's out or not? Tackled was Robbie Henshaw. He loses the ball forward in an attempt to kick it. And the Highlanders have got a chance to attack. It's on the ground after a ruck. The advantage comes for not rolling away and off his feet. I think it was Courtney Laws. They fling it to Luke Whitelock. Hamilton feeds it again off to Liam Coltman. Rumbles it forward. They're about 25 out. They feed it to the backs. Little bit of a chip kick through. Naholo's on the charge. He regathers it. Over the line, possibly. Can't reach out. Can't quite reach out. And now they're a metre out, the Highlanders. 2 metres out now after another phase. Hamilton passes it wide. They work it the other way. Numbers in hand if they can use it. They don't. Tavita Lee goes over. And that was an opportunity gone begging. But Malachi Hungus Fekitoa doesn't pass the ball, doesn't draw a defender. They've still got the ball, the Highlanders. What a dumbass. Off to Evans. Courtney Laws wraps him up. Alex Ainley helps him out. A new advantage comes to the Highlanders. Can they do something again? Off to Walden and the white headgear. Walden goes to ground. The Lions are disrupting it. And we'll have a penalty in midfield. Right in front of the sticks. Well, the Crusaders wanted to go for the touchline last week. Is it going to work if they employ that same tactic tonight, lads?
Well, straight away the Highlanders have come out. They've played exactly the way everyone's been wanting the Lions to play. With that attacking rugby, they've looked threatening. They should have scored almost twice there. Waisaki Naholo and Malachi Fekitoa again making his case to not get selected by the All Blacks, Nick.
Well, I find it very interesting that the Lions are playing a similar game to what they did last week, and they're really putting the pressure on, especially whenever there's a breakdown, and whenever they try and get it out wide, they always put on heaps of pressure, and there is a lot of loose ball after they put all that pressure on the teams.
Interesting tactic. They've opted to go to the posts, have the Highlanders an easy shot. They'll get 3 points out of this, but Bradley, a little bit of a contrast in tactics to what we saw last week with the Crusaders.
Yeah, well, again, Highlanders looking very threatening early on, and bet you the Zoo will be happy with that one. They're baying for blood, are the students in Dunedin.
They'll be pretty happy. The Zoo, that's party central of rugby in New Zealand, the Zoo. Waisaki Naholo, he had 2 opportunities to get his team over the line there. Couldn't quite get it with 3 men over him in the corner. Flicks it wide though. Hungus was Malachi Fekitoa, his teammate. They get underway through way of Dan Bigger, and that's a big kick. Relatively good, but it goes to no man's land, and it's bounced back into the hands of the Lions. Sinclair passes it to his fellow prop forward of Joe Marler. Down on the ground now. Reece Webb fires it left. Another front rower has the ball. Rory Best. Bit of a stalwart of this team. Robbie Henshaw goes to ground again. Dan Bigger smashed in a tackle by Alex Ainley. They're happy about that, the Dunedin crowd. Reece Webb again. Ian Henderson. 40-metre line. of Highlanders territory, putting the acid on them now with this rush defence by Captain Fantastic Whitelock. 7th phase. And CJ Stunner takes it down. One of 2 try scorers from this Lions tour so far from the Lions team. Flat ball passed by the Lions. They're on a new phase now, the 9th. Robbie Henshaw goes to ground. Reese Webb fires it to Kyle Sinkler, who was on the charge there. Once again, Ian Henderson now. They mount some phases here. The 12th. Reese Webb fires it to Bigger, who on the short ball finds Courtney Laws. Possible disruption by the Highlanders, but they still have it, the Lions. Fling it wide, and now Jared Payne's back up from fullback. Webb goes right. Short ball again. Right out in front of the sticks. Possible maul. Has he called it? I think he has. They're going to turn it over the Highlanders. They're happy with that. And smart tactics by the Highlanders.
Yeah, well, again, the Lions coming out. They've got good ball retention, but they're just looking one-dimensional. One-dimensional, just going back and forth across the field. It's not how you score tries against New Zealand teams.
The Highlanders are really coming in with this tough defence as well. However, they are leaving gaps in the defence. As soon as one player goes up to get rid of one of the Lions, they're not coming up in a straight line, and that does leave a few gaps. So as soon as they offload it onto another player, they find these gaps and they can get an extra 2 metres on the Highlanders.
Well, this is a little bit more exciting than what we saw last week, let's be honest. I was bored shitless. I'd probably rather watch paint dry or grass grow than watching that Crusaders versus Lions replay.
Yeah, well, at least this game's got some bloody intrigue to it already.
Damn straight. Hamilton fires it to Lima Sopoaga on the blind side. He fires it downfield into the hands of Jared Payne. We're deep into the territory of the Lions. Runs it out a little bit and fires it into the 22. Great hands by Lima Sopoaga. A little bit of a chip kick. Is the bounce going to be kind? But it's into the hands of Reese Webb. Interception by Malachi Fekitoa. He's taken the ground. 10-metre line now. Scramble defence of the Lions. 10-metre line of their own territory. But they've lost it. The Lions have it again. Rory Best. He's over the ball. Is he going to play halfback? Shit, I'd love to see him dive past Reese Webb. Beats the shit out of it with a box kick. Up goes Tavita Lee, the man who played for the Blues. Has played 40 Super Rugby games. Of course, a new addition to the Highlanders team of late, Kane Hamilton. He'll be happy. The 26-year-old, he fires it wide. They find the backs to the Highlanders. Quite lateral here, but it is exciting. Tokolahi takes it down, just on the 10-metre line of their own territory. Box kick to Jared Payne. He's going to return the favour, but it's touched by the Highlanders. They don't want to get it out now. Marty Banks. It's Richard Buckman, the Barracuda. Finds Lima Sopoaga. He kicks it back. Jared Payne's probably going to boot it back. I'm basically watching a game of football or force back right now. Tavita Lee, tackled. And good awareness of the Laws by Courtney Laws. Sorry about that. It's slightly stupid. Hamilton, you'll be happy that Aaron Smith is called to the All Blacks duties. He gets to wear the number 9 tonight. Fires it wide. Big hit by Reese Webb. Shit, he'll be bruised tomorrow.
Jesus. Malachi Fekitoa's still down. Again, he's showing why he shouldn't have been selected for the All Blacks because he's being a bit of a pussy after that hit.
Well, I think you would as well, to be 100% honest. He smacked his smacked his head bloody hard there.
Mate, you get hit harder than that in 65s and you get straight back up.
Oh,
it's a
of course.
brutal game, I tell you.
He's seeing fairies. That's for sure.
He's got fairies flying around his head too.
Although I'd like to comment on the Highlanders play there. They're really taking quick attack, and the Lions are sort of shell-shocked by that because they didn't see that from the Crusaders last week.
Well, he'll be rubbing his head for the next wee while. 10 minutes gone. And the Highlanders lead it by 3 points to 0. Lions coaching box looking a little bit...
stunned already.
Yeah, stunned, I'd say, but...
Stunned.
Rory Best to throw. Throws it in and Courtney Laws takes it down. They mount a maul. It's gone to the back where Rory Best holds it. They haven't moved anywhere, the Lions, so they'll move it to the backs. Reece Webb goes for a little dart on the right. Dummy solves it like a bloody book. Back inside. And now it's Jack Noel. First touch of the game takes it into the 22. Rory Best to play halfback. My dreams have come true. Shit pass though. And now the Highlanders have it. Well, he'll be dropped next weekend. Lima Sopuaga loses it forward. And now the Lions have the ball. They lose it forward. They'll have a scrum. And, well, messy. But the first time we've seen some mess in the first 10 minutes, I'm pretty happy to see 10 minutes of good rugby, lads.
Yeah, well, I just saw another mess, and that was Joe Marler's haircut. Made worse by the fact that it dangles down over the back, and he strapped up his head. But the hair is strangling down over his strapping around the head, and it just looks like he's wearing a bloody mane.
Shit, that's a mouthful.
I struggled to get that one out.
Yeah, there was a lot of dirty play. Well, not really dirty, but just shitty play here. Found a lot of gaps, and Lions really took advantage there. But the Highlanders did really well to get them back and sort of stop them from scoring a try.
A little bit of a game of hot potato at the moment.
Oh, it really is.
Fekitoa off already with a concussion test.
Yeah, to be honest, he probably would fail that test sober and non-concussed. So that's probably his night done. As we see Marty Banks come on. Well, shit, I'm happy to see Fekitoa bugger off for the sake of Marty Banks to come on and show the Lions how to play rugby. He's a champion of a man.
I'm really surprised Marty Banks didn't actually get the call up to the All Blacks.
Yeah, Marty Banks or the Māori All Blacks. You know, you never know. You could have a white guy in your Māori All Blacks.
Same with Buckman. Sure, he can find a bit of Maori in him.
Yeah, Richard Buckman, 43rd match for the Highlanders tonight. Man out of Hawke's Bay. And as we're going to see the first scrum of the match. And we're all pretty excited for it. As are the front rowers. Mate, I'm hissing for this.
Mate, I was hissing too. Bit of a bummer after that Crusaders match. Air was taken out a little bit of this tour, but hopefully the Highlanders can get this back on track with an absolute thumping.
Angus Gardner. Interesting to see how he goes tonight after the slamming that Matthew Raynell had over his performance in the Crusaders match. He calls it. Reece Webb puts it in. It comes out fairly quickly. They go to the open side. A little bit of a dart does Reece Webb. Taken quickly in a pick and go by the forwards, and it's a little bit scrappy. They still have it. And Ian Henderson takes one forward. CJ Stunder takes one forward. Quick on the defence was Whitelock, and a possible turnover. Counter-ruck imminent. They can't do it. They lose it forward. Another scrum. The Highlanders have it. And shit, they're pumped up like a bouncy castle for that one.
Yeah, well, the Lions just kept taking the ball from the ruck, going isolated. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. But again, Reece Webb makes a little bit of a break. He's a nifty little creature, that one. Can't seem to get him down.
It was bloody good play there by the Highlanders, really shutting them down when they are most vulnerable, really.
Yeah, I'd just like to break the news to that fellow commentators that I just let one rip at the commentary table, so you'll be feeling that one shortly.
I'll make
thanks,
sure
mate.
I wipe my nose.
Mate, you might need your own concussion test afterwards.
Love you too, Bradley.
Someone, I've just put my shirt above my nose, so I do apologise if I sound muffled, but it's in my own best interests. Reece Webb, he's played well so far this tour. Bit of a, he's all over the place. He's pretty good. I rate him. Big scrum, the heat comes on by the Lions. They get it out quickly, and Marty Banks doesn't know quite what to do, but he delays his kick, gets it out in the end, and they're going to have a line out.
I have a feeling it's come back. No, it's not. Touch judge was just very slow. It's common for referees. They don't have much of a high speed. Top speed, sorry.
I don't know about that. And look at that, the assistant referee on the far side, Pascal Galzier, says, no, boys, let's come back. Screw the Highlanders. Let's give the Lions something to play. Marty Banks is he's not really that happy about it. I'm interested to see whether Reece Webb's going to take this and bloody run. Big scrum by the Lions though, Brad.
Yeah, well, they mauled them. It's a bit of a topsy-turvy scrum for last week, but the Lions really looking to show some dominance here, I would assume.
Rory Best throws it. Courtney Laws takes it down. CJ Stunder, quick ball after Robbie Henshaw. He's taken down. Reece Webb marshalling the troops, so I may as well call him Marshall. Quickly, got up and gone has Courtney Laws. Smart play, great awareness of the Laws. I've said it again, and I'm disappointed in myself. Reece Webb fires it to CJ Stunder, looking to score his second try of the tour. They're playing under some advantage here. Are the Lions for offside? Quick ball inside, over to Tommy Seymour. Can he get it down? He's just short. Reece Webb, bit of a dummy, goes over the line. Has he got it down? No, he hasn't. In fact, he's going to have a look as Angus Gardner. He's going to go to the TMO, have a bit of a check, waves his arms about while shit oh dear. Containing Reece Webb's like playing bloody darts with spaghetti. He is all over the show. He's a good player.
He's all over the place like a bloody penguin wearing ice skates.
Cheeky bugger just slid over that. Could have gotten away with the try as well.
Yeah, well, he should be in the bloody high jump. That jump he managed to get over the ruck.
Timer's off, and we'll go to the TMO.
TMO again, Marius Yonka. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Thank you. That was all.
I feel as if I'm carrying this commentary team.
Yeah, you are tonight. I haven't seen enough yet.
I'm surprised you can on those legs.
Very close to the line was Tommy Seymour, the Scottishman who plays for the Glasgow Warriors. May have bagged himself a try if we can see a conclusive angle to say that he's got it over the line. But if he hasn't, they're going to look for the second one. And talk us through these, Brad. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, he's trying to place it towards the line, but I don't think he quite gets to the line, which you need to get to the line to actually score a try for those of you rugby newbies. But Reece Webb has also come in and thinks he's also scored a try. So maybe the Lions are looking for the double score here where they get 10 points added onto their thing and get two conversions from about the same spot.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible, to be 100% honest with you, Brad.
Well, Reece Webb's going over top. He's lost the ball forward. He thinks he's got it, but it's definitely lost. There's definitely air between his hands and that ball.
Yeah, it's hard to conclude though, because you don't see if there's actually a...
Oh, well, he's clearly lost the ball.
Oh yeah, he really has there.
Like, you don't need to have
shot.
control over it, but you can't give that a try.
No.
Here we go, back to the Angus Gardner on field. He's prepping himself.
Yeah, looking at the big screen, checking himself out. I've done it when I was on the big screen, lads. It's pretty cool. Although I did look quite fat because I was wearing comms. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to tell the stadium that. No try, says Angus Gardner.
You tell yourself that, Jake.
Oh, thank you. No try, and they were playing under advantage, so they'll have the penalty. And Dan Bigger points to the posts. We'll have a shot. Smart play. They'll equalise it up.
Yeah, well, just another mention that's been made in the comments that we've been told we should replace Justin Marshall and Grant Nisbet. I agree with the Justin Marshall comment, but Grant Nisbet not so much.
Grant Nisbet's golden tonsils, guys. Come on.
Good old
Jeez.
Nisbo.
Nisbo's a champion of the game, but my God, let's be honest, you could be probably a
5-year-old infant.
I think that probably doesn't even speak English, and you would still be a better commentator than Justin Marshall.
Mate, I'd rather listen to Ian Jones if I was 100% honest.
So bring back Keith Quinn.
Keith Quinn, the legend of the
bring him
game. I do have to say that they have made it over, have the Lions, so we're looking at 3-all here, and she's all go. She's a humdinger here in Dunedin.
Both teams looking deadly on attack, but haven't been able to really finish off, and just stupid mistakes at the final hurdle have cost them.
To answer Richard's question, yes, Alex Ainley's playing. Shit, he's a stalwart. Shit, he's a big man. He is a champion. He's playing all right tonight. Goes down the throat of CJ Stunder, taken back in a tackle. He was smashed by Dylan Hunt on the back foot of sorts. Are the Lions, but they're looking to clear to work a steady platform. Reece Webb quickly does a little bit of a short one and puts the Highlanders under pressure, although they've taken it cleanly. So now the Lions, in turn, have received that pressure. Over the ball goes Joe Marler. Possible turnover, but it's playing on. Quick chip over top. Looking to exploit that rush defence. Down the throat of Jonathan Joseph. Goes to ground. Reece Webb again. He's going to pass it off. He does so and finds Ian Henderson. Come loose. He has to scramble upon it. He stays backwards. Does Angus Gardner. And now the Highlanders, they're looking good on defence. As I say that, they make a few metres do the Lions. Over the ball quickly of the Highlanders. Penalty comes. What a jackal. What a jackal by Waisaki Naholo.
Yeah, we really backed the Highlanders to go for the line here. Just 10 metres in from the sideline. 5 metres, sorry. You really expect them to go for that try and get some more points on the board against the Lions team that's looking much better than they were against the Crusaders. Looking more like they're actually going to score some tries.
Brandon Richardson, that was textbook jackal.
Oh, mate, it was. I was just wrong again, which is the story of my commentary. They're actually going to take the shot at goal.
There's a lot of competition between these two teams. There's a lot of power on the defense, and they're playing a really fast game, which does result in a few gaps and a few mistakes that occur due to this. Like passing ball off it becomes really difficult under these sort of pressures, and that's when we see a few of those mistakes.
Yeah, I'll just like to also say hi to the guy who's listening to us on his train ride home. We don't know where you're going to, where you're coming from. We don't know what you want, but we hope you enjoy our voices.
Too right, Lima Sopuaga, 100% tonight, because he's only knocked one over.
Out of one.
Yes, correct. That's how 100% works,
that's how
boys.
math works.
Lima Sopuaga, good kicker. He's in this. He did make the All Blacks, didn't he?
Yeah, I think
he did. Damn straight he did. Richie Moanga and Damien McKenzie, they're a little bit pissed off because of it.
I just think Malachi Fekitoa would be too.
Oh, mate, they're all just pissed off. They're a big
kick
bunch.
anyway by Lima Sopuaga on the 5 metre line. Can he curl it in? No, he can't. Can't use the draft that's flowing through this place, through the air conditioning, because that's all the draft they have.
What about Waikato?
Yeah, but they don't have a roof over their heads, Bradley. I think that's the whole...
No, I was referring to Waikato draft.
Yeah, Nick, you're a bit slow on that one, my friend.
I thought you would have got that.
No, I really am, mate.
It's okay. Dan Bigger, off the 22, pumps the shit out of it. He goes down to the 10 metre line. Richard Buckman cleans it. Gives it back to Malachi Fekitoa. He goes through one. CJ Stunder's pissed off with him. And rush defence again by the Lions. Smart tactics by the Highlanders we've seen through the chip kicks. We see another one by Malachi Fekitoa. And, it's run it to touch by Jared Payne very quickly. And now it's quickly taken. Silly play by the Highlanders. Sopuaga into the 10 metre line. Lost forward. Once more, the Highlanders. And we'll have a scrum, Nick Van Barr. You love your scrums.
Yeah, I love my scrums. But I'd like to say that there was truly pathetic work there from the Highlanders trying to pass it off quickly because, the Lions really shut them down from pretty much every angle possible. And they really did not get away with that whatsoever. So I don't know what Bradley thinks about it, but I think it was a retarded move.
Yeah, it was retarded. Let's actually see what happened. But I assume by you saying it was retarded, it certainly was retarded.
Well, Nick is quite the experienced one when it comes to retardedness. Sees it every morning when he looks in the mirror.
Yeah, I know. It's quite depressing, actually, Jake.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be able to know what it's like to live with a brother that's retarded anyway. I know you love your other brother, though.
Oh, yeah,
Feeds
true,
the scrum,
true.
does Reece Webb. Goes to the back and held at the back by CJ Stunder. Quickly passed off. Cross kick again by the Lions. It's good to see this stuff. Lost forward, though, by Tommy Seymour. He claps his hands, although he's not because it's happy. And the Highlanders flirt with an opportunity to throw it in quickly.
You don't know if he's happy, so if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. He could be happy on the inside. You never know.
Were you talking to me then, Nick? 'Cause I clap my hands anyway.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
You're happy and you know it, so
I can do what I want. It's a free world.
Make sure to give us a bit of a follow, bit of a like on the Facebook. Of course, we've got us down on your bottom right of your screen.
And spin some yarns.
Spin some yarns. Go on Twitter right now. I'll be on your Twitter and I'll spin some yarns with you. Send us a tweet. Have a chin wag. We're quite the ones on social media.
Yeah, well, Nick actually hasn't tweeted in about 4 years, but that's besides the point.
I think I forgot my password and my username. So.
It's at Nick Van Barr.
Anyway, the Highlanders have it off the scrum. Bit of a move worked, and it's now down the throat of the Barracuda. Shoved off! Jonathan Joseph was smashed by a fend. Shit, you don't see that often. Hamilton finds Liam Coltman, who rumbles it up just on the halfway line now. On the burst, decoy was Waisaki Naholo, chipped through by Malachi Fekitoa. The Lions have it. Scrambled upon it was Jared Payne. And now, Webb once more finds some support by way of CJ Stunder. He seems to be everywhere, the number 8. Penalty to the Highlanders. Well, I wrapped up there, and the call actually came from the assistant referee, and Malachi Fekitoa looked at the assistant referee. He gave him a thumbs up, and he smiled.
Yeah, well, that's great ARing. I prefer to call them the linesmen because they are running along the line. What do you like, Jake?
I love to call them the touchy, because you never know whether the touchy means what the touchy means, to be honest.
Yeah, well, no one really knows what an AR means unless you have actually been an AR. 3
penalties against the Lions so far, just the one against the Highlanders, which is, of course has cost them 3 points. But they're going for the line. Big call now.
There was a big hit there.
Yeah, well, you're back to the Highlanders to score from here, only about 8 metres out. Shit, Barracuda is a beast and with that ball in hand.
These boys have a great chance of scoring now. They just need to find a few more gaps in the Lions' defence, and which might occur through this fast game that is being played tonight.
To right, Nick Van Barr. Lions on the defence. 10 metres out, rumbling more. Courtney Laws tries to disrupt it. He has, but has sort of collapsed it at the same time. They've gone lateral here, the Highlanders. Now they're 5 metres out, though. It's finally on the ground. Kane Hamilton looking at the referee, trying to milk something, but the Lions have it. CJ Stunder grabs the ball, and now they want to get out of here, the Lions. Can't afford a mistake in the end goal. Dan Bigger puts boot to ball, and that goes into touch. They're out of the clear here.
That is a get out of jail free card, which we saw a lot in the last game as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the hell the Lions actually ended up with that. Courtney Laws jumped over the maul to grab that ball. I'm not sure if that's quite legal, but considering the refereeing we've had so far this tour, I wouldn't put anything past it.
True.
Okay, clearly no one really listened to us about following us on social media, so I'm going to follow you back if you do, because I'm a good guy. Look, follow us on our social medias, as you'll see down in the bottom right corner, and as well as our personal tags. We'll make sure they come up on the screen. And
Jake O'Flaherty's just fishing, just fishing for a follow.
That's right.
So.
See Jake O'Flaherty. Look at that. How easy is it to just search me up and give me a follow? Maybe it'll make your day. Maybe you think I'm funny. Maybe you don't, and that's okay. But just give me a follow. Okay. Anyway, back to the game. I'm going to get angry if you don't. Possession statistics, Bradley.
Yeah, well, 45% to the Highlanders, 55. I think they would make it to the Lions if I do my math correctly.
Rucks and Mauls, 42 rucks and mauls by the Lions, 39 by the Highlanders. They take it from the kickoff and a steal, but it's penalised are the Lions because they're offside. Taken quickly was Gareth Evans. They're offside again, the Lions. Smart play by Gareth Evans, the orangutan. Hamilton fires it off to Dylan Hunt. Hamilton again. Supawanga feeds it to the backs. Malachi Fekitoa on the back foot. Does a bit of a jink and jive. Can he get through the defence? 10 metres out. Hamilton again. They're on the near side. Over the ball goes Ian Henderson. Illegally though, there's an advantage. Can they flick it wide? They've got an overlap to the Highlanders. Alex Ainley. Back inside to Walden. He's a metre out. Hamilton back off to Whitelock. So close to the line. We're talking centimetres now, the Highlanders. Off to decoy to Tokalai. Over the... Oh my God, try time! Try time to Waisaki Naholo. What shit? I'm excited there.
Go Waisaki Naholo. Oh, bloody hell. What a good bit of action there. Absolutely amazing there how the Lions maintained the defence for such a long time. I mean, they've been on this side of the paddock for quite a while, and I'm surprised it didn't happen any sooner.
Bradley Richardson, talk us through the try though. Look at what happened. How did it happen?
Yeah, well, a bit of helter-skelter ball from the Highlanders. Hamilton threw it out the back behind his forwards. Kind of a loose pass, but straight to Sopawaga, who then gives it to Waisaki Naholo. Runs about through 4 Lions defenders and gets through for a try.
Timonos Dalexanely was smart there. Kind of stood in the way of the defence, and the Lions ran straight into him. It's allowed Waisaki Naholo to have that extra little moment, and Robbie Henshaw, well, he is pissed off about that one. But the Highlanders coaching staff, they're clapping their hands. They are as happy as a dog with 2 tails.
Mate, what?
Hold on. Has he gone to the TMO? Angus Gardner. No, he hasn't. They'll continue. Put it through the sticks. It's 10 points to 3. The Lions' defence can't hold out any longer. Waisaki Naholo storms through 2 defenders to score the game's first try. And it's 2 points added through the conversion. And we're looking at 10-3.
I'm not sure if you can see it, Jake, but who's the man down? The Lions players down, being attended at the moment by the medics.
Well, that's no good. We wish him well. I think it's Courtney Laws, actually. Nick. Courtney Laws, he's down. And having a bit of a cuddle with the physio.
He must have landed on his head harder than you as an infant, Jake.
Jake, breaking news. Someone has in fact followed us on Twitter. Dr. Matt GB. What a good
Dr.
match.
Matt GB. Well, he's a sensational man. As Alan Wynne Jones comes on, I'm going to give him a follow right now from the PYJAMA account. And, oh shit, hold on. Where are you going? Oh, there you are. Matt Graham Brown. Mate, you're a champion.
Oh,
holy hell!
Courtney Laws, he's going to be out for a while. He's come and tried to tackle Waisaki Naholo. Absolutely belted his head on his elbow and shit, he's down for the count.
He really did hit his head harder than you did as a baby, Jake.
Mate, the stretchers come out for him. Guys, how much would you enjoy driving the stretcher cart onto a rugby park?
Oh shit, that would be my life goal. 100%. It's like a modern golf cart with the roof cut off and just put a bed on it. Imagine driving away in that thing as well. That'd be so great.
My best job in life would be to control the RC car that brings out the teas sometimes.
Oh, that'd be bloody great.
Mate,
but we don't see this often. There's not usually a cart that comes out straight away unless you're a pussy and you play soccer.
Mate, he got I can't say the F word, but he got screwed up.
Oh, he's walking off. He's alright.
I really don't think he is, Nick.
No, he'll walk it off.
He's pretty screwed, I'm sorry.
Step by step.
Loving the comments on social media.
Just the 2, I think, from the same person.
Yeah, just the 2 by the same person.
At the start.
Matt Graham Brown, you're a sensational man. I'm sure you'll go to heaven once you die. But I hope it's not anytime soon.
We've got another follow. Nick frickin' Bailey has also followed us.
Nick frickin' Bailey, well, I'm going to follow you as well. Of course, we've got some social media chat.
I would follow you.
Laws comes off.
I would follow you, but of course, as you heard before, I have lost my username and my password, I'm pretty sure.
Here we go. We're back into it. Do the Lions get us underway? Ken Owens is on as well. I don't know who he's replaced. I think it may have been Joe Marler. In fact, it was. Rush defence by the Highlanders. And he's over doing a roly-poly. Not the greatest of kicks, because we're only just outside the 22. Grabbed, though, was Waisaki Naholo. And the Highlanders get another chance to clear. Back to the Sopawaga. He finds Walden in some ugly headgear. Whipped back through the Lions. Possible loss for it was. So they're playing under advantage. They take it quickly. Tavita Lee on the charge. Back inside. Does he have the wheels? Getting mowed down. Takes it down by the Lions. And over the ball quickly with the Lions. Jared Payne turnover. That's brilliant.
Yeah, well, it's brilliant by the Lions in the end, but pretty scrappy to start off. They almost let in another try there. And just to break the trend again, got a like on Facebook.
Guys, there is a bit of Bit of biffo on the field again. I'm seeing this with every bloody team. It is unbelievable.
There is heat out here, and
It may only be 5 degrees, but there is heat out here.
Mate, the field is smoking up where the players are standing. But look like Fekitoa's coming for a chat. What the hell's going on? Pats the ref on the bum. Not sure if you can do that. Jack, can you pat a ref on the bum?
No, you can't. Well, you can, but I mean, there's nothing stopping you. You can do anything.
I think Nigel Owens will be all for it.
Oh, damn straight.
Yeah, he wouldn't yell okay. He'd probably penalise the opposition.
Damn straight. He'd probably like it. It's Ken Owens goes off and Joe Marler comes back on.
Nigel bats for both teams.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he actually did, without a word of a lie. Here's a bit of a story, guys. Nigel Owens was in town one night in the Waikato, and I had a friend that was running the sideline management, running the subs at Waikato Stadium for his test match, and Nigel actually asked him to go back to his hotel. My friend actually declined because he knew what sexuality Nigel Owens was, and my friend, he was straight, so, geez.
Brian Goodwin's just liked our Facebook page too. It's going off. We've almost doubled our likes.
Anyway, the Lions fling it forward, and a bit of an interesting one after the line-out's taken down. Maul forms eventually after some controversy. Advantage comes, and sacking the Maul illegally were the Highlanders. We're now skipped a bit quickly. Now the Lions on their 22. Highlanders line off to Jamie Joseph. Joseph goes through. He's over the line. Try time. What a comeback. What a reply by the Lions. Jonathan Joseph, rather. He goes over the line, and the Lions faithful are happy.
Yeah, well, I don't know how they actually scored the try because they set up an illegal maul at the start, but again, doesn't surprise me that call wasn't called. I've been told before this match not to be so biased towards the Lions, but you just can't help it.
Well, I know Nick is a little bit against the Highlanders tonight, so a little bit contrasting is Bradley Richardson against the Lions and Nick Van Barr against the Highlanders. We're 50-50 tonight.
Well, I wouldn't say 100% against the Highlanders. I wouldn't mind them going home with a win, especially against the Lions team. I mean, they only come around once every 12 years. So, I wouldn't mind if they win and be a breakthrough, but I am backing the Lions tonight as I'd like to see a bit of a challenge between the All Blacks and the Lions. And how they've been playing recently has been bloody good, and they've put a lot of effort in, and they're really playing a fast game and shutting the other team down wherever possible.
Well, Dan Bigger's kicking routine is as strange as a $3 bill, so he's a bit of a cracker. Does the little bit of a Dan Bigger shuffle, puts it into the skies, and shit, that's a good one, right from the touchline on the near side. And the coaching staff, they're happy with that one. Warren Gatlin up in his chair. He's nodding his head. It's 10-all.
Yeah, well, there's actually Asian in the Lions coaching box. Do the coaching staff all have to be part of that Lions too? I think they should be.
I mean, that's great to see that there's a little bit of cultural diversity in the Lions.
They've got a Kiwi as a coach, for Pete's sake, mate.
That's true.
That's not a surprise, though.
Jonathan Joseph scores the first try of the game for the Lions. Down the throat, and for the third time of the match, CJ Stunder takes it from the kickoff. Reece Webb positions himself well and puts a box kick in. Tavita Lee jumps up for it, and brilliantly taken by James Haskell, just came into his hands, and like a baby taking his bottle of milk, took the ball. Kick downfield, the Lions. Now Lima Sopoaga, in his bright, colourful boots, takes it forward. Hamilton flings it left to the blind side. Tavita Lee. Now they surge into the Lions half. Back to Liam Coltman. Coltman takes it down. They work it the same way. Taken backward now, and now Waisaki Noholo. Off to Dylan Hunt, the 22-year-old. He's played 9 games for the Highlanders. Wouldn't think that last year he'd be playing against the British and Irish Lions in front of a sold-out Forsyth Barr Stadium. Walden. Scrappy now. The Lions have it after a loose ball. Webb fires it right. Off to Henshaw. Once quick pass, and now Jack Nowell in the blue headgear takes it down. Webb again, searches for it, inside the ruck. Good rush defence by the Landers. Taken back in a tackle by Lima Sopoaga was CJ Stunder. Seems to be everywhere. And we've got a man down. Play's coming toward him, but we're going to play on. No, we're not. Smart by Angus Gardner. And Gareth Evans not too happy about it, but the safety of the players is paramount.
Yeah, well, Dan Bigger's gone down. Looks like a shoulder injury, this one.
Lot of pussies in the Lions.
Yeah, well, it looks bloody serious, this one. Let's have a look what happened. Offloads it and gets thumped in a tackle by Tavita Lee. Dumped on his arm. Oh, it looks like he might have done his collarbone. Oh, that does not look good. I've had this happen to me before. It's not a fun time. Certainly not a good time either. Although they're the same thing, but he does not look good. He's in pain. He knows his Lions tour might be over.
Yeah, it's not a happy fun time when that happens.
Well, he's getting back up. Brave from Dan Bigger.
Well, he doesn't want to go off injured for the second time in the tour. Of course, he went off in the Blues match pretty early, replaced by Johnny Sexton. Sexton's not in the team tonight. He gets his rest after 3 games on. And we're back playing here in Dunedin. The Lions have the feed to the scrum. And Dan Bigger with his shoulder pads. He's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty swag, as the young people call it nowadays.
Looking pretty buff.
Yeah, he's certainly hit the gym. Of course, if you've just joined us, give us a follow on Instagram. Give us a follow on Facebook. Rather a like. I mean, you could follow us and not like us, but you know, whatever suits your boat, really. Whatever floats your boat. And of course, Twitter will reply to you during the halftime break. We'll have a bit of a chinwag on Twitter and see what your thoughts are of the match. Of course, the chat is going off like a cut snake as well, going off like a prom dress.
Jake's Twitter is actually at fishing for
followers.
Yeah,
that's the one, actually. You can follow that too. And after a kick by the Lions after the scrum, the Highlanders have it in their own territory. Quickly kicked back and found some real estate to Kane Hamilton, Jared Payne. In fact, it was Dan Bigger has the ball. He kicks it out. We'll have a line out. Almost on the 50-metre line. No, he won't, because it's quickly taken by Richard Buckman. Bit of a chip kick by Lima Sopoaga. And taken down by the Lions. Good retention here, the Lions, after that. Bigger. Bit of a 1-2 shuffle. Takes it forward. And they go back the blind side. Joseph off to his teammate of Henderson. Ball's out, but they're going to play. And Webb finds some more support. Half's gone pretty quickly. Hell of a lot more exciting than what we saw last week. Taken quickly. My God! A props off on a run was Kyle Sinclair. Passes it to his winger of Jack Noel. And it's lost forward. And shit, Bradley is a fellow front rower. You'll be happy. Kyle Sinclair's on the ground.
Mate, I couldn't be any prouder. He's down on the ground gasping.
Talk us through that one.
Oh, he just gets a ball in a giant hole. Bad attempt at a tackle and he's off. He's puffing. He gives it away. Bad decision to pass it there.
Yeah, well, look at that. 20 metres by a front rower.
He is finished.
In about a year's time, he'll say it was about 100, but I think he can take that. He's a front rower. Well done.
He is finished. He's on the ground gasping for you.
Reminds me of the time I got a 70-metre runaway and then got held up over the try line.
Well, that's always... that's not what you want. 7 handling errors by the Lions and only the 3 by the Landers. They've played pretty well tonight, the Landers. But the Lions, you know, they're not playing the rugby they were against the Crusaders only a few days ago on Saturday. Of course, as we pack down the scrum, we'll be with you for the Māori All Blacks versus the Lions. Brad Richardson leading a commentary for that one. And
that's going to go down like a house on fire.
That'll be interesting. But the Māori All Blacks versus the British and Irish Lions, that's a big one. Then, of course, the Chiefs in a week's time. The All Blacks after that. Then the Hurricanes. Then the last 2 test matches to finish it off. They feed the scrum to the Highlanders. Flick it wide. The Barracuda has it. Bit of a jink and jive. Nearly goes around Jonathan Joseph. Try to score it tonight. He's the one who's put them on the board. Bit of a grubber kick by Walden. Kicked in, and now Tavita Lee has it. He scrambles upon him, gets away from one, flicks it infield, and the pass has gone to Casper the Ghost, and then scrambled upon by the Lions.
Kicked out on the full though by Reece Webb. Highlanders line out on the 22. Shit, you'd back them to score here. They're looking lethal, Jake.
Oh, well, that was good. That was superb. But you look at what's happening. Brad Richardson, you know about this rush defence. What happens if it's kicked through? You can't really combat it if you're on the back foot. And it was smart. Good play by Gareth Evans too to whip it back to Tavita Lee.
Yeah, Tavita Lee just doesn't seem to have the pace. Twice now if he had a bit more speed. Oh my God, the Highlanders coach is going off. He's moving his mouth up and down like a bloody frenzy. He looks like he has Tourette's, but shit, he's getting pumped up for when the Highlanders make their breaks.
Yeah, battered everywhere. Frustration lingering though by the Lions for the handling errors. It's taken off the back of the line out and lost forward by the Lions. So the Highlanders have it in midfield and held up nearly. Coltman finds Hamilton, finds his backs now. He's racked up as Malachi Fekitoa on the 22-metre line. They lose it forward, kicked though by Sam Warburton. And with 2 minutes to play, it's getting a bit messy, boys.
Yeah, well, that's the way that Highlanders want it. They don't want Lions to get anything easy. Shit, they shouldn't have lost the ball there. They were in a good attacking opportunity, but might be able to force a mistake from the Lions here and get back onto the grind of attacking.
Stuart Barnes criticises Sinclair's pass. He wasn't happy with it. I think it was fine. Payne made the mess of it. But anyway, we've moved on for that one. And penalty comes to the Lions. And just a bit of an opportunity to clear it downfield.
How was it a penalty?
I didn't actually want. I was actually on Twitter, guys. I'm sorry.
But how can someone from your own team get obstructed as you're defending?
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's in the Alex Ainley, the 35-year-old. You might be able to get away with it in Division 3 rugby in Otago, but he's not getting away with it in a Lions game with Angus Gardner, one of the world's best, as your referees.
Yeah, well, just an interesting point brought up that would make quite sense. Johnny Wilkinson could actually get a game the way this Lions team is shaping up.
You know what, Richard? I kind of agree with you. Bring back Johnny. Let's start a hashtag. Bring back Johnny Wilkinson, guys.
Bring back Andy Good too.
Oh, Andy Good. Oh my God, how good is Andy Good?
Do you know who he is?
Of course I do. Who doesn't know who Andy Good is? My God. The big man who plays first five that should be playing the water boy. Anyway. Well, he shouldn't, to be fair, with his skills. Anyway, I'll send that tweet in about a minute's time. Bring back Johnny. 10 seconds to go on the official clock. 20 to go on our clock. I can't read, but I'll say 20 to go now. Reece Webb, bit of a box kick, goes over, and Waisaki Naholo takes it cleanly. Over the ball was Joe Marler, but they play on. Highlanders retain the possession, looking to clear. They do so, does Gareth Evans. It's half-time, the flag's up by assistant referee. Double blast or triple blast of the whistle by Angus Gardner. We're going to go and have a few oranges as well as the players because it's half-time. It's 10-all here in Dunedin. The Lions and the Lions and the Highlanders. It's a stalemate. Stay with us. Yes, well, we're back here in Dunedin. We've got a bit of a shout out to a class, and where are they, Josh? And we'll get that. We'll have a bit of a shout out to a class. The teacher's watching at the moment. He is a good son of a gun.
Son of a bitch.
Anyway, we're back underway. The time is back on, and it goes down to CJ Stunder. He's the man who takes it from the kickoff tonight. And down it goes. Reese Webb. Box kick. Puts it into the skies of Dunedin, under the roof of Forsyth Barr. 30 seconds gone, almost, in this first half. A little bit of a game of force back. It's come down near the touchline, bounces into touch, and we'll have a line out. The Highlanders will be able to throw it in.
Mate, that bounce was a game of bounces like the TV show Game of Thrones. You didn't know what way it was going to go and how it was going to end up.
Can we just see who... Josh, we'll just take the half-time off. We're going. We're ready to go. But can we just sort out whether there is a teacher of a class listening right now or someone in a class, because I seriously want to know if there's someone in a class around the world listening, because shit, man, this could be amazing and this could be absolutely sensational. Anyway, we've got a Maul. Maul come down. Reese Webb kicks it off through the box kick off the Maul. Tavita Lee can't catch it, goes backwards, and Richard Buckman, he has the pill. Fires it after a phase now, the Highlanders. Loose ball, Alex Ainley picks it up. Here we go again. Hamilton finds Siate Tukulahi, cross kick to Tavita Lee. And he is wrapped up in a tackle by Jack Noel and Kyle Sinkler. Alan Wing-Jones is on the field. And, of course, he took after Courtney Laws after a bit of a knock once Waisaki Noholo scored his try. Box kick again, the Highlanders. And wrapped up was Jared Payne. Big tackle by, I think it was Tavita Lee, and he rolled out of it with assistance by Luke Whitelock, the skipper. 72 games in a Super Rugby jersey tonight. Box kick again. The Barracuda has it. He fires it to Lima Sopuaga. Bit of a kick. Cross kick again. Shit, that's great to see. Taken down by Tommy Seymour. He goes into the 22. Into the end goal. Scores the try. 2.5 gone. And Tommy Seymour has put the Lions in front. That is a try and a half.
Should have bragged. The Highlanders, they didn't see him coming. Came out of nowhere just like Randy Orton. That's a good joke. And he scored a try from about 40 metres out. Shit, he went off like a bullet, Nick.
This kicking is risky business, I feel. In any game that's going to be a really tough game, I'd rather have control over the ball instead of pretty much hand it over to the other team.
Mate, Jake was jumping up and down in his 3/4 pants celebrating that one. Sorry to cut you off, I thought you were finished.
No, I wasn't. The Lions really took advantage of that situation, and good on them. Fair dinkum.
Yeah, well, the class is watching from the United Arab Emirates, and what sort of age range are we looking at?
I don't know, but you guys are absolute champions right now. To be honest, you guys are what I live for, to be honest. Josh McWilliam, our director, he's going to send you a bit of a message. But big shout out to the UAE. Man, that's a country and a half. Bit of a multicultural country. And it's just a sensational. I want to go and visit the Burj, the big Burj.
We could go and visit and say hi to the class.
That's true. I mean, we could commentate a game of rugby over there. The missed conversion anyway. And my God, what a take. What a clean take by Tommy Seymour.
Oh shit, it was brilliant.
Unbelievable play. He really pushed on that line and took the ball and ran with it.
Bloody oath. Kick off and the Highlanders put it down into the 22. The Lions looking to rumble it forward closer to the far touchline. Well, I would assume Reese Webb wants to put Dan Bigger on his good foot and kicks it back down to the right-hand side of the field. Into Highlanders territory now. Good pass by Sopuaga. Chip and chase again. They played the kicking game well tonight, the Highlanders. 10-metre line, the Lions have it, their own territory. Possible turnover, it is. Advantage comes to the Highlanders. I think for a penalty. He does so, blows his whistle and gets Gardner hands in the ruck. And the Highlanders are happy with that one. Exactly what they needed after the try conceded, of course, by Tommy Seymour.
Oh, just an update on which we're trying to get a photo of this bloody classroom, but they're not allowed phones in class.
Can you guys allow this to happen? We want a video of you guys listening to us. We'll put it on our social media. It'll make our lives look, whoever your teacher is, give us your name of your teacher. Everyone wants to see this. The 361 people, they want to know about it. This class in the UAE.
Well, there's actually another guy watching in class in Wales.
Oh my God, well for goodness sake, send us where you're listening to. Tweet us with a photo of how you're listening or a video of how you're listening because we want to see it. Man, it'll make our day, make our year, probably make our lives, to be honest. We're really not that important.
Yeah, well, the guy in Wales maybe send his one in too. We'll take anything.
Yeah, damn straight. Penalty off the line out was obstruction, the Highlanders, so the Lions will have it. And just about 6 minutes gone in this second half. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Send us your videos, your photos of where you're watching, how you're listening. And we'll be sure to give you a special message. Yeah, Nick.
How much line have you set out? Are you putting it on... You're putting it on... what's the word?
I don't know, Nick. I'm not in your mind,
Oh,
but
I'm
we
not
are
100%
commentators,
sure.
so we probably should know the words.
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
thrown in quickly the Highlanders, and they've kicked it down to the Lions. Halfway metre line now they have it, the Lions. Reece Webb marshalling the troops. And he goes for a bit of a dart, does Reece Webb, out of 2 tackles, and he surges into Highlanders territory. Just outside the 22, Jack Noel finds CJ Stunder. I've mentioned it before, under-20s captain of the South African rugby team. Now he's playing against the Highlanders for the British and Irish Lions. Bad pass by the Lions. It's gone into the hands of Ian Henderson. Now, Alan Wynne-Jones, obstruction again. Exactly what the last one was for. We'll have a penalty and almost the symmetrical position. And the Highlanders now have the ball. They'll have the penalty and get out of jail.
I found the word, Jake. You're letting out some slack on the reel today while you're out fishing for likes.
Yeah, well, just a couple updates. Sorry to break you here. Connor's going to send it to us on Instagram. No one's watching it while he's doing an exam.
Well,
What
look,
a
man.
legend.
If you want to tell us, if you really want some answers, we're not really that smart, but we'll give you a go. Send us your question. Your next question, you can work on another. We'll work on this one, and we'll get it done, man. You're a champion.
You're a bloody legend, you know that? Now I'd like to know what exam this is, because if it's anything like chemistry or biology, I might be able to give you a hand.
Yeah, well, just sorry about the score that you guys have pointed out. They actually missed that conversion, so it's 15-10.
Getting ahead of ourselves, are we here in the commentary?
It's hectic up here.
The Lions have it. By the way, guys, I'm wearing 3/4 pants at the moment. Is it short longs or long shorts? No one knows. The Highlanders have it. Big tackle off the ball by Kyle Sinclair. Surely an assistant referee saw that one. They'll hang their flags. Surely. The Highlanders again, they have it in midfield, 22-metre line, Lions territory. Flings it wide as Lima Sopoaga into the hands of the winger. The right winger, Waisaki Nahola, wearing number 14. 10 metres out now, the Highlanders. Out off to big Luke Whitelock, the youngest of 4 Whitelocks who've played Super Rugby. Malachi Fekitoa, and he's actually gone over Waisaki Naholo, who's on the ground. So for the second time tonight, the referee stops the game. Player safety is paramount.
Now I saw him land before. He landed really awkward on his head. Not sure how this is going to play out. He might be taken off for another one of those bloody concussion tests. I mean, why take him off? He's a bloody good player, and if he dies 20 years early, who cares? He played bloody well. What do you reckon, Brad?
Oh, mate, Waisaki Naholo, the voodoo magic. It's just brilliant to see what he's getting up to on a rugby field and in the heart of Fiji in those huts. God, that broken leg. Shit, that healed quickly.
He's played bloody well, and it's great to see his performance tonight. but it's not very great to see him on the ground today.
Yeah, well,
But
Jacob,
he is back up.
Jacob's
He is
just
running
asked
around.
us one of his exam questions. Jake, it's a math one, so I'm going to pass it over to you. Even though I am a state maths champion in New Zealand. Jake, what's the definition of pie?
Well, you can have different types of pie. You can have a meat pie, you can have a cream pie, you can have a pumpkin pie. You can have different types of pie. My favourite is mince and cheese. I love my meat pies, so hope that helps out.
What about shepherd's pie?
Shepherd's pie. That's always a good one. The Highlanders like the shepherd's pie. I'm not really sure whether this is a food exam or a maths exam.
No, it's math.
Oh, so I kind of really went in the wrong direction there. Many apologies. I kind of wasted some time. I was thinking about food. I just had some food before.
Chicken chips instead of some oranges at halftime.
Damn straight. I kind of lied about that, as we're going to see Lima Sopuaga right in front of the post. He's going to kick the ball over the post, you would assume.
Yeah, well, someone's actually listening to us from Afghanistan. Shit, that's a place to be listening to us from.
Well, I kind of... Look, I really thought if someone's listening to us from North Korea, we've really hit the jackpot. But I'm going to take Afghanistan. That is a hell of a feat.
Hey guys, may I just add that we are commentating from New Zealand, the place in which half of America thinks is a mystical land which Lord made up.
That's true. Lima Sopuaga goes up to the ball and pumps it into the Otago Times stand right across from the zoo.
Well, hopefully we get this score right.
Now it's 10... Oh, sorry. I screwed that up. 13 points to 15. And another penalty to the Highlanders sees them narrow the gap. It's 2 points the difference now.
Someone's listening to us from their school art room.
Well, look, we really want to see photos and videos of you listening to it in classes with your teachers. Like, God, guys, you are champions, absolute legends. Hamilton is going to box kick it from the ruck. No, he doesn't. He decides to pass as every halfback should. Loose pass into the in goal. Malachi Fekitoa to scramble upon it. And brilliantly done to get it out of there was Waisaki Naholo. That is outstanding.
What the hell was that for a pass?
It went to Casper the Ghost, as Jake said before.
Mate, that's wonkier than bloody Donald Trump's presidency.
No man's land. That's where
pass,
it went
but look
to.
at that. Look at that. Boy, Waisaki Naholo. He's flirting with the in goal line.
I think he may have been out there, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he may have.
Yeah, I thought so.
We'll have a scrum 5 metres out by carrying it back. 10 minutes gone in the second half.
Call came in for Marius Jonker. It's probably the first thing he's done all tour.
Well, he was busy against the Blues with the TMO job, and he's had 2 or 3 decisions tonight.
As the Lions set ready to attack from 5 metres and the 15 metre line.
Not much notification from Twitter of late, guys. Get on there, get us tweeting.
Facebook too, preferably.
Facebook, give us a message on Facebook. You can slide into my DMs. I'm happy to. Well, I mean the page's DMs. You can slide into those DMs, and I'm pretty happy to reply. Honestly.
Are your DMs on Twitter open?
No, I'm meaning on Facebook, guys.
No, but just, are they open on Twitter?
I'm going to go and open them right now, guys.
Can the chicks find you on Tinder as well, Jake?
They can't because not from anything wider than a 200-kilometre radius, guys.
Well, they make it work.
That's true. That's true. We need an international sort of a thing. Laidlaw, he's on and he feeds the scrum. The Lions in a good attacking opportunity now. 8-9 play. They go to Jonathan Joseph. 1 metre from the line. Laidlaw once again finds as Robbie Henshaw again off to James Haskell. Is he going to score a try on the turf that he played in the opposition jersey for? Laidlaw, they're playing under advantage of the Lions. They whip it back the left now. Dan Bigger fires it to Henshaw. Long cut-out pass to Jonathan Joseph. 2 metres out from the line, the Lions. They're looking good now. Once more, CJ Stunder. Again, another one. Ian Henderson. Monsters. Gareth Evans in an attempted tackle. Another phase mounts. Jared Payne darts and dives. Tries to go around Walden. Again, 7th phase now. Laidlaw passes it off and finds some fatties in midfield. Laidlaw again. Ian Henderson Darts it forward. Supported by, of course, Sam Warburton. He's over the line. He puts it down. And the Lions score their third for the match. This is Lions rugby that we want to see.
Yeah, we're starting to get into the bigger numbers now, which we haven't seen in this Lions tour so far. And it's good to see. But I'd like to comment on the Highlanders' defence there. It was quite strong and they're not letting much through. However, that was a sneaky little slide through, which I didn't even know happened until I saw the ball go over the line.
Yeah, well, brilliant play from the Lions. They're really attacking with some width, stretching this Highlanders defence. Highlanders getting up quickly offside at times, but managed to find a gap and straight through goes Warburton under the post. Surely it's a conversion too. Hopefully we get this one right and don't screw it up.
Yeah, well, contrary to popular belief, I'm actually not doing the score, guys. Bradley is, so, you know. Oh, no, are you Josh? Oh, Josh is. Sorry, guys. Apologies. Kick goes over, and we're looking at 22-13 here in Dunedin.
Not out of reach yet for the Highlanders, but it's looking dire. They really need to do something now.
And the Highlanders will have to kick off. Marty Banks is on. Good to see. Good to see.
Well, that's an absolute game changer, that substitution. Just a bit of a showstopper too.
Yeah, it really is. We've all got deadly silent here.
Kicked off. Not what you want from a commentary. Kicked off into the Lions' hands. And looks like he's lost it straight away. Jared Payne. He's pissed off with that one.
In and out of the Lions' hands, actually.
Damn straight.
No attempt to make it go backwards either. Just went plop straight through, hit his leg, and lost forward. He is pissed.
Well, Highland is giving him a gobful. Well done. Yeah, it's looking a bit worse for wear in the Lions box. They're not giving away many hints.
Oh well. Let's see what the scrum could do.
We will indeed. Kane Hamilton feeds it to the scrum. Gets it on the back. He fires it to Marty Banks. He in turn finds Malachi Fekitoa on a burst ball. 20 metres out from the line. The Highlanders have it. Onto the DHL paintings on the grass. Hamilton again. Finds Tukulahi. Siante Tukulahi's played well today. He's played well this year for the Highlanders. Marty Banks doesn't know where the hell he's going, but finds himself amongst some red jerseys. Smashed in a tackle was Teuranga Walden. Advantage comes, and well, that's what they want. The Highlanders playing under some insurance. Daniel Leonard Brown. And penalty says Angus Gardner. Offside. What do we do here, lads?
Well, you got to go for the try. You're down 9 points.
A bit
Tries
of
aren't coming
desperation.
easy. You take every opportunity you can get.
Bit of desperation starts to kick in. And yes, they are going for the line out.
Yeah, well, Angus Gardner's actually signalled to the touchline. Jake, is that a new law in place?
No, it's not. Maybe he's just feeling a bit... maybe he feels as if the touchline is just as important as the posts, and he feels as if people should know about it, guys.
Yeah, well, all lines on a rugby field do have their meaning and significance, and they should all be treated equally.
Damn straight. And perfect opportunity for the Highlanders here. And on the 5 metre line to throw it in.
It's a bloody interesting game. It's going from one side of the paddock to the other, and this is bloody good. Because we saw this against the Crusaders, however, it wasn't as intense as this game.
Quickly taken down was Josh Dixon. Sacked maul, and it's scrappy. And they told to use it once. It's gone to ground. Is it going to be available? It is. The Highlanders flick it off to Naholo. Surges into a big tackle by Sam Warburton and assisted by Dan Bigger. They look to mount another attack. The Highlanders now work it into midfield. They work it left from their position on the right. Kane Hamilton. Daniel Leonard Brown now surges. And once more, advantage comes to the Highlanders. We're looking at yellow card material for cynicalism right here. Comes away, the Highlanders. Hamilton looks to work it on the blind side again. He finds it. Winds it off to another front rower. 9th phase now. They work it to the backs. Marty Banks does a bit of a jink and jive, doesn't know what he's doing, loses it forward, but they're playing under a penalty. Malachi Fekitoa takes it quickly. They're all offside, the Lions. Waisaki Noholo takes it forward. The Highlanders, that's into touch, and the Lions fans are ecstatic, Nick Van Barr.
Yeah, they really are, and they did bloody well there to stop the Highlanders from getting anywhere. It was quite impressive to see the defence there. Highlanders always a bit in a bit of panic, really, when they saw the line of defence so even and coming up so quickly. They just didn't know what to do with themselves, and it's great to see. It's really good, intense play, and to manage to clear that and get yourself out of prison there is bloody great.
Go and give us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You've got your labels down below. Instagram, give us a follow, like our photos, just because you're a good son of a bitch. The Highlanders get a penalty off the line out. And so on the 10-metre line of Lions territory, I'll have a shot to work it deeper into Lions territory, right to the red zone, and look to force some defence, some hard defence on this Highlanders team, will the Lions.
We're really staying down the Highlanders end of the paddock a lot as well. We haven't seen much diversion to the other side, which is always good, and shows a lot of pressure on both teams.
Damn straight. And once again, they're in a similar position. Beautiful kick. They're on the 5-metre line. Coltman throws down, and the same person of Dixon takes it. Rolling maul now. They've got it underway. Are they going to go all the way to the line? Coltman holds it at the back. He's surging over the line. Try! The Highlanders are back at it. Try time to Liam Coltman. That is superb. That is rolling more textbook. Bradley, as a forward, you'd be stoked.
Oh, mate, I'm absolutely fizzing after that one. Me and Nick shared a quite high five, because if it was loud, Jack would get pissed off with us. Mate, it's Northern Hemisphere mauls at its best, executed perfectly by the New Zealand Highlanders pack. They drove forward, took a little bit to get the momentum going forward, sideways a bit at first, but shit, they really got there, and game on again, Nick.
They really needed that. Being 9 points behind, you know, you start to panic a bit, especially when you're in the second half, and they really required that try, and they've done quite well to get back there again and have a second attempt at a try and finally pull it off.
Damn straight. And Marty Banks, he's Super Rugby kicking stats of 50 out of 57, so he's at 88%, 120 points in Super Rugby so far. He'll be looking to extend his points for the season in the Highlanders jersey, and very, very importantly, put this over to then make it 21-22. A 1 point lead the Lions will have, which will then in turn put the pressure on and keep it inside that 3 point or 2 point margin, so then they can go over with a penalty kick. Marty Banks looks for the ball, does so, puts it through the sticks, easy as you like. The flags are up.
Marty Banks doesn't miss a kick. He's been perfect in Super Rugby so far, only missing a few, and shit, you'd bank him to do a Mitchell Hunt and get a winning goal at the end.
Joe Marler, he's been off. Bit of a short night for him. Loves his haircut, does he? He's probably the only one. Kane Hamilton. And we have a look at him. He's looking good. And anyway, kicked off. And the Highlanders lose it. And then the Lions lose it. Lost forward by the Lions. But in fact, it was lost forward first by the Highlanders. 22 plays 20. We're seeing some points here tonight, lads, with 17 to go.
Yeah, well, someone just... A quote from Callum. Suck your mum with the no video. Callum, we know there's no video. We like to try and keep things legal. We know you can check the score anywhere else, but you don't get the voices of Jake O'Flaherty, Bradley Richards and Nick Van Barr on just any other website.
That's right, you don't get the voices of Jake O'Flaherty, Bradley Richardson and Nick Van Barr anywhere else but right here. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will be pumped up like a bouncy castle for that. I mean, we've got people in UAE listening in a bloody classroom. We've got people in Wales listening in a class. We've got people cheating. We're giving people answers in exams because we're good sons of bitches. That's right.
That's how we roll.
Shit a brick. I swear if that boy writes down
Mate, I think
mince and cheese pie in his exam question.
I think he's caught for cheating. Shit, we're writing a harsh letter to that school.
Mate, he's not really cheating because we're setting him up for failure.
They're debatable. Anyway, penalty comes off that scrum, and I think it was Ken Owens. He's not happy about it, but is a front rower ever happy about being penalised? Stupid question. A little bit of a rhetorical one for you. The atmosphere's hissing down in Dunedin. Of course, the university down there, that's kind of the place for parties if you're wanting to get frisky. And make sure you subscribe us as well. I know I've pumped up the social media. Give us a subscribe. It's free, guys. I mean, shit. You know, if we don't get over 500 in the next 10 minutes, we're going to murder Bradley's cat. So, you know.
My cat's already dead, but you can damn well try.
We're going to murder Bradley's cat if you don't subscribe. If you don't like cats, then, you know, I don't like cats, and that's why I'm going to murder one if we don't get 500 subscribers in the next 10 minutes. Line out forms. The Highlanders, Walden takes it down after being whipped out to the backs. But, Marty Banks clears it to the 22 in Elliot Daly.
He's got a fair catch.
Called a fair catch.
That's a fair catch.
Dan straight. Yeah, Elliot Daly, he played all right last week. And he'll be looking to make an impact off the bench tonight as well. Decent kick. Not out, though. And they do the Highlanders. Tavita Lee gets it in midfield after a few passes. He puts the pressure, puts the acid on the Lions. Dan Bigger takes it down outside of his 22. He couldn't take the mark. They've lost it, have the Highlanders. They've lost the contest. And now Greg Laidlaw fires it to Ken Owens. New front row for the Lions, but the same for the Highlanders. No changes in the front row for the Landers. Taken down in a box kick by Jack Noel. Good take. Clean take. Good contest. Bit of a whip too. Jack McGrath. You don't see that prop to prop. And a bit of a backline move, but shit. You see anything in a Lions tour. The Highlanders have turned it over. Does a bit of a pirouette, does Hamilton, and he finds Marty Banks. Back off to the try scorer, Liam Coltman. It's come loose, and Sam Warburton finds himself jumping on the ball. The Lions have it. Noel. He's wrapped up in a big tackle. They held up. Possible maul. In fact, that's just a tackle, says Angus Gardner. They've lost the contest, the Highlanders. Ian Henderson fires it forward. 14 to go. 22 plays 20. The Landers have the ball after a kick into the 22. On the recovery goes Banks. Puts it down and finds some space. Bit of an awkward bounce. But then finally, Tommy Seymour has it. Bit of a kick off to Robbie Henshaw. And finds Marty Banks. Game of force back again. Are we going to see someone take the ball forward? Now might be an opportunity after another kick by the Highlanders. And Dan Bigger goes on the charge. Taken down by Luke Whiteblock, I should say. Jack McGrath takes it down again. Laidlaw finds support through CJ Stundo. He's a big son of a bitch. And he's taken it into the Highlanders' half. Alan Wynne Jones. Bit of an offload. And he finds some support through way of Elliot Daly. And the Lions are playing under advantage. They've got something to bank on. The arms out through way of Angus Gardner. McGrath plays, it was Dan Cole who played halfback. Laidlaw flicks it off to Elliot Daly. Once more, flicks it to Dan Bigger. Bit of a chip kick. That's a perfect one. But I don't know if Angus Gardner is going to say he'll play for it. He won't because, of course, he's got the penalty.
These Lions forwards are just like a Ford courier, blowing head gaskets everywhere. It's unbelievable. They're really putting a lot of effort into this game, and it's great to see. There's a lot of competition within the rucks and the scrums, and it's bloody good.
Yeah, well, the Lions are cranking like a steam engine in the 1940s, and they're really getting places just like the train would. They're making progress up and down the field in Dunedin under that lid. And shit, Nick, don't you just love a lid on a stadium?
Oh shit, I love a good lid on a stadium, you know? You gotta have a good tin roof.
Yeah, well, we're just getting insight from Richard M. I'm not sure how true this is, but Andy Good is actually warming up for the game. As we see Dan Bigger limping, shit, Andy Good needs a call up. The amount of impact Andy Good would make from the bench is insane. I mean, for God's sake, it's Andy Good. He's bigger than a bloody house. He's built like a tree. I'd back him against...
Built like a brick shit house, mate.
I'd back him against the entire Highlanders front row. Shit, he'd probably match up and weighted the Highlanders pack too.
Probably would.
Nick, do you know who Andy Good is?
No.
I'll show you a photo. I'll bring it up on the laptop. I'll get our team onto it. They'll send it through. The team being me and Google. It's loading. Nick's going to absolutely love... Wait till you see his reaction.
Oh, I can already see
That
a
is-
little bit of it.
That is a professional first five in the England rugby.
He looks like it. Can we see another photo of his hair? Because he looks like he's got a filthy mullet.
No, he doesn't have a mullet, but
No,
shitty.
he doesn't have one in there.
He only just retired this year as Lions, after that penalty, from coming in from the side, choose to take a shot at goal. Nick, and talk us through Owen Farrell's kick again.
Owen Farrell, here we go. He's gazing up and down, rocking side to side. It's unbelievable. He squints, he leans backwards, runs up, punts it,
And misses it.
Well,
Great
that's not
kick
what
there.
they want. Certainly with a score being 22 points to 20 with 11 to go.
Oh, we have someone actually at the game listening.
You are joking me.
Take a photo for us, would you, Super X Sunday?
Please do. You are a sensational man or woman. Make sure you send us a photo on our Instagram, on our Facebook or our Twitter. Whatever you have, just give us a bit of a insight to where you are listening. Anyone at all, we've posted on our Instagram what our setup's like. We're watching the game from our commentary box, so go and check it out. Give us a bit of a holler. Taken down in a wrapped up tackle. An advantage. No, in fact, it's a turnover. Highlanders, what they need right on the halfway line with 11 to go. 11 to go, and that is a big moment in the game. They'll get a chance to put some heat on this Lions team, the Highlanders.
Yeah, they really will, but of course you never know which way it's going to go. It's been a really tough game up until now, and it's been side to side from one end of the field to the other, and you can never predict these sort of games. It's quite unbelievable that the Lions can come to New Zealand, play these teams, and have such a great match against them.
Yeah, well, surely some of that onus falls on towards the New Zealand teams and just the quality of them and the quality of rugby they play, that attacking style that New Zealand's been come to be known for. Who's the halfback? Hamilton?
Damn straight. Great
No,
to
it's Stratton.
Oh, wait, what?
I d-
No. That's the wrong commentary sheet, Bradley.
Oh, my
Anyway, the Highlanders knock it down at the Lions half. They kick it back to the Lions. And now the Highlanders have it again. Marty Banks puts it up. Big bomb kick. 10 minutes to go. And taken cleanly by the Barracuda. 20 metres out now. The Highlanders have the pill. James Lynchies has it. Down. In a tackle. Bit of an opportunity for a maul. They can't hold it up, the Lions. 22 metres out, the Highlanders. Once more. Te Orangi Walden has it, but it's turned over. Charge down. And here we go. But, I think he may have been offside or something because Angus Garner's blown his whistle.
No, advantage to the Lions. Highlanders knock on. So go back to that scrum, Lions ball, but they're still in a bloody precarious position.
Plenty of support from both sides in the stands. She's even Stevens in the stadium. Even Stevens on the bloody scoreboard. And this is a contrasting match, Nick, to the Crusaders game last Saturday. We are seeing some great rugby.
Oh, bloody oath it is. I mean, it's such an unbelievable game. And just to see the effort that the boys are putting in, it's unbelievable. And the Lions have really improved their their play since the Crusaders game. They've really done well to shut down whoever it is, running at whoever it is. The defence is really coming up straight in lines, and it's quite hard to get through.
Guys, just a bit of an update. We won't be killing the cat. We won't be murdering Bradley's innocent cat, as we have reached what we wanted to.
We reached it quite a while ago, you just didn't realise.
Oh, okay, so where are we at sitting now, Brad?
5, 6, 7.
Okay, well, if we don't hit 600, well, if we don't hit 600 soonish, we're going to kill the cat, all right? If you like, if you don't want animal cruelty to happen.
I'd just like to add that if you don't do it now, next week we will not be here. Well, me and Jake, because
Saturday you won't be here.
Yeah, well, Saturday, because I will be slaying Jake's ex-missus.
Well, that's true. You are going to a ball with her. I don't know whether you'll be doing anything after that. I mean, but you know, go for it, Nick. Are you excited?
You never know, mate. You never know.
That's right.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty sure you're safe, Jake.
Oh, thank you. I'll let you.
I'm actually 100% sure you're safe.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Greg Laidlaw. Well, Lindley says just kill the cat. We're not going to kill the cat, Lindley, for God's sake. I mean, geez Louise, big penalty, big scrum by the Highlanders. Penalty to the Highlanders off the scrum. My God, that was a scrum and a half.
Look at the Highlanders.
Bit of
They're all
fighting.
Feisted. They're fired up. I'm fired up too now. Joe Marler's been pushed to the ground by looks like Richard Buckman. Shit, everything's going off. Looks like Andy Goode's caught up in the middle.
It's like a schoolboy bullying situation. It's just all over the shows.
Mate,
a bit of push and shove.
The whole bloody crowd was in on the field celebrating that scrum win for the Highlanders. They're absolutely fizzing like a bloody Fanta.
Didn't we see the same in the last game against Crusaders anyway? They blew them right over, and the Lions they just can't handle it. They just always have to get into a bit of a scrap after
Ever
that.
since the announcement of the Cadbury factory leaving Dunedin, I never thought I'd see a Dunedin man so happy, but shit. And they've recovered quickly and they're going absolutely off their rockers after that scrum.
Just got a message from Callum Davies. He's at the stand. He says here's the picture. He's got a pretty good spot, reasonably close to halfway line, pretty high up. Geez, that is a legend of a photo. And God, this is turning into be a pretty big nail biter, and a brilliant game at that too. Absolutely great game. He says it's a superb atmosphere. And Marty Banks, big opportunity, big moment in the game.
I'd just like to clarify the score is in fact 20-22. We haven't screwed it up. It's not 21 for the Highlanders. Nick, talk us through Marty Banks' kick.
Oh, Marty, he's a good bugger, eh? As he takes a geese and a gander at the posts, slowly sort of creeps up to it and then jabs a massive kick into it, and it is over the post, straight and centre.
Mate, the zoo is going off like Harambe just showed up, and shit, I've never seen them so happy since the death of that gorilla.
Wow, that's a blast from the past, my friend. And the score is now 23-22. The Highlanders taken from the kickoff by way of James Lenchies. And the Landers. Bit of an awkward kick there by Kane Hamilton. But we go again. The Landers have the pill. Possible turnover. It is. The Highlanders. They've got the pill. Through way of a turnover. Collapse small. They're happy because they know what they can do with this scrum.
Oh, Paddy Osborne. Ex-Crusaders man, am I right?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Well, we have 5.5 minutes left here in the battle, and I don't know if the Lions can get away with the win, but there's still 5.5 minutes in it, and anything can happen.
Yeah, well, thank you for that clarification on the time left, Nick.
Well, just having a bit of a chit-chat to Connor Jackson on Instagram. Just asking him whether he'll see him in a Lions jersey one day. Of course, anything's possible. CJ stunned at the South Africans playing for the bloody Lions. How good's that? Anyway, it's gone down on the far side.
That's a bit of time wasted. That's good for the Landers.
Siosua Halanukunuku is on. And what a name that is.
That's a mouthful.
Damn straight. Greg Pleasant's take may be on as well. Jackson Hemmerport, we see. He's at 23 years old. And he's a bit of a champion. Played well tonight.
Jake, I'd just like to add to the comment before about me slaying your missus. I'd like to add that there's about 300% chance that nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, well, thank you for the clarification. Keep us updated on that one, Nick, towards the end of this match.
Oh, bloody
Anyway,
well.
we got Josh Renton. Flicks it on, and now Patrick Osborne. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I don't know why, but he's got a bit of a... he's got an alias. We'll talk about that later. He taking it forward. Counter-up by the Lions, though. They get the ball. We're 3.5 to go. And flung wide now, the Lions. Quick ball into the hands of Elliot Daly. He's flicked into touch, but Angus Gardner's going back for a penalty for being offside. 3.5 to play. The Highlanders have it by 1. The old adage of teacup that was used in the 2003 Rugby World Cup by the English. That'll be needed to be used now. Thinking calm under pressure. Elliot Daly puts the ball down for a 55-metre kick on a very slight angle. This is a defining moment in the match.
Mate, if only the Lions had Mitchell Hunt who could just walk on the field and slot a drop goal from there. Do you back the kicker, Nick?
Of course I back the kicker. I want to see the Lions come home with a win. And, but it'd be good to see, it's great to see that there's a tight match between these two teams. But I would also like to see the Lions stand a chance against the All Blacks.
Yeah, well, the kick has actually been moved back even further by a couple metres. Shit, it's got to play some tricks on his mind there. Jake, you've had some psychology lessons. What do you think being the kickback 2 metres would do to his brain?
You know, look, I think he just needs to think calm. He needs to think, I can do this and just hit the shit out of that ball. Not worrying about his hamstring. Not worrying about anything else. Not worrying about the crowd that's probably going to boo him. Elliot Daly, a big moment for him. British and Irish Lions, first time in this team. First tour, I should say. He's played twice already in this. Goes up, boots the shit out of it. He's got the distance. Does he have the accuracy? Not quite, just under the bar. Well, he sure as hell hit the crap out of that one. Now we're 2 minutes to play. Desperation move by the Lions. Calm on the bench is Sam Warburton. Now this is a good kick.
Good, the Lions afford a second loss to a Super Rugby team. After this, everyone thought they were coming right. What would this do to the media and the Lions, Jake?
Oh, look, it's going to be an interesting one for all the pundits out there. 1.5 to play. Owen Farrell looks to link up with Elliot Daly, and he does so on the 50-metre line on the near side of Forsyth Barr. They fling it wide now through by Owen Farrell. Finds some support out in the backs. Looking a little bit lateral. We come up to a minute to play in this game. Justin Tuperick's on as well. I've cleared the bench. Have the Lions. Flings it wide. I think it may have been Robbie Henshaw who had that one. The Lions again. Once more. Are really in dire straits now. 40 seconds to play. The ball's loose. Picked up by Elliot Daly. He surges back to where it was, and it's a penalty to the Lions. Penalty. Now here we go. 60 metres out from a possible kicking opportunity. Owen Farrell wants to take it quickly to get the line out they need.
Yeah, it's a good kick. About on the 22 line. Lions have 10 seconds left. They need a try. They're in the same position against the Blues, and they screwed up the line out. The Highlanders will be giving it their all to try and get this win. And should I back them from here?
Well, anything can happen.
Alan Wing-Jones, he is marshalling the troops. 80 minutes comes up on the clock. Last gasp by the Lions. Thrown in. Ken Owens. He's got a big job. He does so. Throws it in. And now they feed it to the backs. Laidlaw flicks it off once more. Lost in the tackle. The Highlanders booted it to touch. And they beat the Lions. The Lions go lost to their second Super Rugby team in isolation here in Dunedin. Scott McLeod is happy alongside Clark Dermody and Mark Hammett. The Highlanders 23, the Lions 22. They've done it. They have done it again. A Super Rugby side. This is turning into the tour from hell. Full time. They've got it by one. The Highlanders 23. The Lions 22. Bradley Richardson.
Oh, I cannot think. I was excited after the Blues one, but the Highlanders have gone and done it again. Warren Gatland is shitting himself in the commentary box. I'm expecting another couple of swear words from him from the press conference. Shit, you should have seen me and Nick go off when they won. Jake's warned us not to scream, so we really tried hard not to, but it was the hardest I've ever tried in my life. I managed to get there, but shit, it was pulling at strings to try and pull through.
Nick Van Barr, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a really great game. It was really tough, and both teams battled it out till the end. And it was great to see how the Crusaders and the Lions had a similar match. However, the Highlanders managed to top them and beat them.
Scott McLeod, absolutely elated. The crowd elated. And the Highlanders, they resemble the scenes that we saw in the Cape Town in 2015 when they won the final. They'll remember this for the rest of their lives. The Highlanders have beaten the British and Irish Lions by 1 point. 2 tries to the Highlanders, of course, going to Liam Coltman off a maul and Waisaki Naholo off a good bullet pass, and 3 tries to the Lions. Of course, it's the penalty game that helped out the Highlanders. 2 extra penalties as we see Luke Whitelock get a token, cultural token, and that's just great to see. This is absolutely superb. We'll see you again on Saturday night for the Māori All Blacks.
Do you think one plug of social media and the point to bring up of maybe a future thing before we finish?
Okay, yeah, give us a bit of a chit-chat. Would you like to see us having a bit of a podcast later on, guys? I mean, some people think we're funny, some people think we're borderline retarded. I tend to agree with the latter. But if you'd like to see us more, give us a bit of a chat on social media. Plug us on our Twitter at Pyjama NZ, Facebook Pyjama NZ, and Instagram Simply Pyjama. We get tagged in everyone's pyjama photos, but we'll have that. It's okay. We'll see you on Saturday night for the Māori All Blacks versus the British and Irish Lions. That'll be a hisser after a night like this. Of course, the 17th, Saturday the 17th, local time. And then the 20th, the Chiefs will play the Lions in Hamilton, 2-time champions of Super Rugby. They've got the All Blacks in their first test on the 24th. Then the Hurricanes in the Cape Town. They then meet the All Blacks in their second test later on the week. And the week after that, they'll meet in their third game. A good show of respect. They clap each other to the Highlanders and the Lions, but it is full time. And it's a party at Tony Brown's place because the Highlanders have beaten the Lions by 23 points to 22.